As an architect, I draw inspiration from a lot of things, but I have a deep interest in Africa and Africa's diaspora, so the US, wherever it may be, the sort of trajectory in history. I'm interested in it because I simply am African. I was born on the continent. I grew up in Europe, but I have a deep connection also to where my family's from and where my roots are. And I don't see any conflict in that.
For me, makes David's architecture stand out is that he's able to generate projects of significance and meaning, but they still have an informal quality. So they are projects that are meant to be used. These aren't monuments that are just meant to be revered. These are projects that really embrace the user, especially his public projects.
Well, I think that architecture, after all, is a translation of science into real spaces, into volumes, into physical, containers that become, living environments and lived experiences. That's really the way in which we relate to architecture. But all architecture, in many ways, are abstractions that are concretized into clearly delineated, forms.
David has very interestingly re-injected the idea that there is a social dimension to architecture, not in a way which is oppressive or militant, but he's reminded architects that they have a role to play, and David's been very successful, I think, at creating a language which celebrates the presence of a library, a gallery, a community centre, a place which is there for the people, which creates a sense of a public space around them.
It's a signature style that's not immediately apparent. It is by how you perceive the exterior and how that belies what goes on the interior. It's this kind of compression and expansion of space. These kind of very experiential moments that he creates in each place that I see as his signature.
I think what was important was that the atmosphere was very particular for the paintings, and that the room supported some of the ideas for that were contained within the paintings. That it was one that would be a container for the paintings, but one that would actually help to enhance the experience of looking at the paintings.
David has an exceptional sense around shifting how you can experience a space, and that's one of the reasons that I was interested in talking to him, because of the experience of the upper room. The collaboration came from being able to have a conversation, and it was really about this idea of slowing down a viewer to look at painting differently. His interest in light and using texture and color and tone to really also change an orientation in space, these very sensual decisions in a way. These were reasons I was attracted to working with him.